Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to the UFC featherweight champion, Ilia Topuria. When you hear that UFC featherweight champion, have you had time now to get used to it? Is it still something special?
It's always special to hear that. UFC World Champion Ilia El Matador Topuria. Before this one, I was always hoping to hear and new. Now I hope to hear all the time and still.
Do you think you were born to be a big combat sports star? What was it like for you growing up? Is this something that was destined?
Without any doubt, it was my destiny. It was my mission in this life to be a fighter and to become a world champion.
When you were a
It
kid,
was
did
my
you
destiny.
did you know? Did you feel something special was supposed to happen for you? Like what age did you feel like you're a bit maybe different?
No, I promise you, it was since the beginning, because the times when I was going to the training, the time was flying. Normally, when you don't like to do something, it's like you are looking all the time to the clock, like when the shit is over. But in my case, it was like completely opposite. It was like the time was flying. I was really enjoying with what I was doing.
How important is visualization for you? You dream what happened at UFC 298 many times, right?
So it's a big part of everything, if you are not able to see it here, you are not able to bring it into the reality, right? So first of all, you need to see it with your mind, and then you start working in your project.
Now that you've got the belt, some money in the pocket, amazing family, how do you stay hungry, motivated? Maybe you touched on it before already, but to work so hard.
So to be honest, mm, my goal never was just to become a UFC world champion. My dream always was to become and to be a legend in this sport. So I'm going for that legendary title.
Do you have a nice plan in mind? Have you mapped everything out? It looks like a big title defense against Max Holloway is next.
Yeah.
And people are very excited about UFC Spain. What's the latest?
So I hope to defend the belt with Max Holloway, and then I want to fight for with Conor McGregor. Hopefully, if he wins his upcoming fight, that's the fight for what I'm looking for. So hopefully, it's gonna happen.
Just how big would that fight be for history of MMA?
It's it's gonna be the biggest fight in the MMA history, the biggest ticketing, the biggest pay-per-view, the biggest everything.
And that would take
We're
place,
gonna have like 80,000 people watching the fight
what,
in the arena.
you versus Conor in the Bernabeu?
Yeah, it's gonna be in the Bernabeu. When the UFC is gonna arrive in Spain, it's gonna happen in Santiago Bernabeu Stadium.
That's going to be something special. How big is MMA in Spain right now, and how big of a push have you given it by becoming champion?
I think I'm giving a big push to the sport, and it's becoming every day bigger and bigger. It's just a matter of time. The Spanish people are really they all fighters, so they love the sport. That's why I'm so excited to bring the UFC to Spain to to show them the sport and to push the sport even more.
The Holloway fight itself, because of what he's done at UFC 300 and what he's done in his career, is already a monster. What can fans expect from that from both of you, like in terms of styles, in terms of spectacle?
It's gonna be a very excited matchup. We both very good in striking. He has a pretty good wrestling. He don't have many tools in the ground, but it's okay. We can entertain the people with the striking, and they're gonna see some spectacular moments.
According to the stats, if I'm not wrong, Holloway has never been knocked down still. Was Gaethje a bit unlucky that he didn't get the knockdown for that one?
There is always the first time. There is always the first time. This is gonna be the first time that someone's gonna be able to knock him out. and I'm the one who gonna do that.
Is this something you already see in your mind? Have you visualized this?
Yeah, for sure, I do it. I do it. I see like the first time we're gonna start to exchange the hands. I'm gonna take his lights out for sure. I know that.
You were
I
there
know
at
that. I
UFC.
just need one clear punch, and I have the power. I have the power to put him to sleep.
You were there at UFC 300. Was that a knockdown from Gaethje?
What?
Did Gaethje knock him down in the fight? On the stats, it said no knockdown.
No, he didn't. I don't think so.
And
Que me ha preguntado si lo ha. Bueno, da igual.
and how important was it for you to have? I mean, it was such a cool video. All the different Real Madrid stars, Spanish sports stars, wishing you good luck. It shows you how big you are in Spain and how big the sport is. How important is that for you to feel that love and that support behind you?
So it's always amazing to get that kind of support from a legends like Rafael Nadal and all the big sportsmen in the country. So I feel very, very happy and proud about that fact.
Is Islam Makhachev in your sights? You Holloway, Conor, Islam. Is that the pathway?
Yeah, maybe in the future. Right now, I just see the Max Holloway fight, the Conor fight, and maybe if he keeps defending the belt and he keeps becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, maybe one day we can see that fight too. But for the moment, for right now, he's not in my list.
What about Sean
But
O'Malley? Are you
maybe in
impressed?
the future, who knows?
Are you impressed by Sean O'Malley and what he's been able to do, both in terms of his performance and becoming such a big star?
So if I'm impressed, he's doing a great, amazing job. He's becoming bigger and bigger in the sport. He's a big star in the United States. As a fighter, even as a fighter, I like his fight style too. I like his movements, everything he does. He's a showman, right? Um, I like him. He's doing a great job.
Will you guys meet one day? I think he said he's interested in it, right? Merab first, but he wants you.
Yeah, we just spoke once at the UFC 300. We had a short conversation. We spoke about 1 minute, but he was nice to me. He was nice.
Is Conor going to get the job done against Chandler, do you think?
I don't know. It's a tough one to be honest. Chandler, it's a very tough fighter too. But I don't know. Conor, he's something special. You never know. You never know. When he goes inside the cage, you never know. Maybe you see a knockout in 15 seconds or 10 seconds, or maybe you see how he broke his leg, or how someone knocks him out. So you never know. Something you always know, it's that you're gonna see something spectacular in the fight.
And
Something's gonna happen.
another Cage Warriors alumni, your old friend Paddy Pimblett got announced against Bobby Green, UFC 304. How do you see that fight going?
That fight get announced.
Yeah, today.
Yeah, Bobby Green with Paddy Pimblett. I don't know. I don't know, man. He's so unpredictable. He's not, for me, he's not a stable fighter, you know? You never know about Paddy because sometimes you see him in fights that he sucks. Sometimes he does something regular. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, to be honest.
And how long before we see you in action again? Are you just enjoying life at the moment? Are you training hard?
I my target is to come back in September. So right now we are in the conversations. So we'll see if Max Holloway is able to fight in September, we have a fight. If not, I don't know. Maybe we are going to the end of the year or something like that. Because I want to fight as soon as possible because the next year I want to fight in Spain. So I want to be ready for that date.
That will be historic. I can't wait. We'll finish up with a little quick fire, if that's okay with you. The White Law Sport quick fire. So, of all the fighters in the UFC, who's the best wrestler right now?
All the fighters in the UFC, who is the best wrestler right now? Good question. Good question. Who is the best wrestler right now? For sure, me. I'm the best.
All
That's
right.
the thought. But a part of me, who is the best? I like how Kamzat wrestles. I like how Bo Nickel wrestles in the UFC. Uh, John Jones, he's always great.
All right. Who's the
But
funniest?
who is the best? Who is the best? I don't know who is the best. I
If
don't
you had
know.
to
They
pick
they
one,
all good. There is so many good wrestlers in the UFC.
who's the funniest?
Who is the funniest? Merab Dvalishvili.
Who's the most annoying?
He's the best wrestler in the UFC. Merab is the best wrestler in the UFC for me, for sure. Merab. I don't know why I don't say
And,
it before.
and he's the funniest?
The funniest? Yeah, he's the funniest too. He's the. Did you see his videos?
Yeah, he's creative.
Yeah, he's so funny, man.
Who's the most annoying fighter in the UFC?
Uh, Mozart Evloev.
Sorry? Oh, really? Mos Evelev.
Yeah.
Who would you most like to have dinner with?
Dinner with. You see, I don't know. I would like to share the time with any of them, because I'm very sure that we have so many, we can have so many conversations about life, about the sport with, I don't know, with John Jones, with George St. Pierre, with even Conor, with Khabib, with Anderson Silva. There's so many that I would like to share the dinner with.
Some good choices. Who would you most like by your
Yeah,
side? Who would you most like by your side in a street fight?
John Jones.
Very good choice. Who's
He
got the
comes to
best?
my side.
Who's got the best fight IQ?
The best fight IQ, that's me.
Who's the
That's me.
best? Who's the best dressed?
Me, for sure.
Who has the best hands?
Me. I'm the best boxer in the UFC. There's no doubts about that. If not, I can fight with anyone, in boxing. It doesn't matter the weight class. I fight him.
Are you gonna box one day?
Yeah, for sure. 100% it's gonna happen.
Interesting. And who's the most interesting female fighter right now?
The most interesting female fighter right now. I don't know. Give me some tips.
I think Zhang Wei is always interesting. You know, she's always evolving. But that's just me.
Exactly. Rose Namajunas, I like to see her fight too. Amanda Nunes, she's retired. I don't know. There is so many great female fighters.
But you think Rose,
Valentina Shevchenko, she's great too.
Valentina Shevchenko and Rose, good choices. And last question is who would be your dream fight in any weight class, past or present?
A dream fight. I'm gonna tell you in boxing, okay? Because in MMA I don't have any fighters in my list that it's like my dream fight. But in boxing, it would be with Canelo Alvarez.
Maybe it can happen. You know, you can see it happening.
I'm I know that it's gonna happen. I don't think. I know that it's gonna happen for sure. It's gonna happen.
Wow.
100% it's gonna happen.
You're very special. Everything you do right now turns to gold. So it's fantastic to speak to you. Muchas gracias. Appreciate it. Maximum respect.
My pleasure, mate. Thank you very much for your time.